Mod, mod, you there? I need to. I've been bad with time. So for all you don't know, I was supposed to hang out with the mod on Thursday, and I was in my head for some reason. I thought we didn't reach Thursday yet. I don't know why. I forgot that Thursday existed, but we already passed Thursday. It's Sunday. I'm so sorry, mod. I just remembered. So I'll contact you next Thursday. How about that, mod? Sorry for that. Anyways, welcome to today's stream. As you can tell, today's a bit uh, weird. I was late. I won't even lie to you. I was reading like a romantic webtoon, and it made me sad because it made me think of my wife, and I was like, oh man, I feel kind of bad. And then I was like, and I texted her, but then like I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about her. So I woke up at 8, and then I went to pee, and then I fell asleep. Wait, when did it change to Canadian Tire? Always has been. Yeah, it's always been Canadian Tire. You ate her. She's alive. She's alive. She's alive and kicking. Anyways, mod, next Thursday I will contact you and we'll hang out. Actually, there's a couple of schedule updates. October 20th, I'll be busy. I'll be hanging out at a friend's bachelor party, which is the next Sunday. I'm hoping we don't go to anywhere weird because I don't really care about that stuff. Like people always say, like, "Oh, it's your bachelor party. You should go to a strip club or something," or it's the final day before you're married. I'm like, shouldn't you be happy that you're getting married? Like, I feel like that's like a happy time, no? But I guess for some people, it's like a whole different thing. So I don't know why. But I'm hoping that it stays normal, especially because I really want food that day. Oh, stripper party, happy. I don't want to go. did your did your boyfriend tell you yet? Because I'm pretty sure your boyfriend should have told you too. But my wife said the same thing. She's like, I don't care where you go, even if you go to strippers, have some fun. Be sure to pull out some like $1 bills. And I had to remind her. I was like, honey, we're in Canada. We have coins. The stripper's gonna die. Like, if we throw the coins at the stripper, she's going to die. Like, there's no, you can't. It's literally no. We cannot toss the toonies and the loonies. Don't be cheap. Toss the toonies instead. It is metal. It's metallic coins. They're going to die on impact. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be indicted in a crime once again. Okay. So I'm hoping it's just food because I really really enjoy food. I'm more of a food person. I like to eat the meat, not just see the meat, right? Because the meat is nice and it's nice to look at meat, but I really want to eat the meat too, especially. I love eating meat. It's like the Arby's thing. We have the meats. You can probably tell that my chest is like, or my voice is like very very low today. But rip Amazonian queen. No, no, her. I indulge myself in her meats. I indulge everything inside of her meats. She's my meat demon. Today we're gonna be doing some interesting things. Before we begin, though, I want to teach you all the meaning of friendship. Okay, I want to teach you all the meaning of friendship. It's a very important meaning of friendship. It's one that you may not expect, actually, because some of you have the wrong idea of friendship, right? Some of you believe that friendship is about, you know, hanging out with people, enjoying your time with them, and liking who they are and stuff, and like that's lame. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of lame. But first, I need to start the YouTube side because I want to go into the YouTube side with just this video, and then they're gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?" Okay? It is gonna be the funniest thing ever if we just start the YouTube stream with just this, and then I end the YouTube stream right after. And I think that'd be a great comedy bit. Friendship is a social construct. Exactly. In fact, it's literally a social construct. I'm going to teach you all how to be a good friend today because I'm a good friend. Because I didn't forget about my time hanging out with my mod. I definitely didn't forget. Nor did I forget about my friend's birthday. You know, friendship is just Stockholm syndrome with extra steps. Okay, that was good. That was really good. I'm actually going to use that from now on. That is a good intro to this bit. Wait, everyone quiet. Everyone quiet. The YouTube people are going to show up. The YouTube people are going to show up. Here, here. This is what having a friend is really like. Excuse me, 720p? What are we in? Are we in like 2002? What the hell is this? Did you notice how she had to withhold her spontaneity at that moment? She had to hold back that spontaneous moment to remember to touch the thing on her chest to start it. Did you notice how he didn't like a single person he was with there, but he only smiled when the machine told him that he sucks? He only smiled when the machine tore down his confidence. It's dank. Did you notice how her friend keeps interrupting the movie? Instead of just letting her watch the goddamn movie. But she doesn't mind because she's also interrupting her friend from having watching her movie. Did you know that? How she was about to talk to her friend, but she realized, wait, what's the point? I wasted money on this. I now have a boyfriend, so I no longer need this friend. I'm no longer lonely, so I no longer need you. Therefore, I wasted all of my money on this. But really, why did I spend money on this in the first place when I could have just had human interaction in the first place? And try to put myself out there, because did you notice that she started to grow a real relationship when she brought someone into her inner sanctum, almost like a metaphor for what it's like for having friends. Like it's a metaphor that you need to open your heart to people in order to be able to connect with them as people. Anyways, this is a product called Friend. It's a robot that you stick in your chest and it just follows you around. It's such a crazy product to think about because I this is stupid. I love making fun of this friends thing. Oops, sorry. Because I don't understand the point of their marketing scheme, but I really, really enjoy the fact that they basically tear down everything that they were talking about on their own. In fact, MKBHD was talking about it. Why Kabi Lam has become suddenly hated. What? Harry raised 2.5 million, spent it on the URL. Anyways, and the comments really touch on this too, okay? The comments really, really hone in on this feeling of what is the point of this product? So let me read these comments from top to the bottom because some of these comments are great. My favorite part was a guy gaming with his human friends and feeling lonely until his magic necklace talks shit about him and he feels like imagine you have a magic necklace that has like a patron deity stuck inside of it, okay? Like it's D&D, all right? And your god is communicating with you through the necklace. And in your time of need, he says, damn, you suck shit. It'd be really funny, but at the same time, it's like, what's the point? As a story, the climax happens when at the end she almost presses the button, but doesn't because she now has a real relationship to invest in. So the thesis of this video is that we will find more fulfillment and achievement by connecting with humans instead of a necklace. So the ad covertly argues against the product it's advertising for. I don't know if the company realizes this, but it's a super effective case against its own product. I agree. Why is my chat GPT powered necklace telling me to reach for the officer's handgun? You're getting thrashed. It's embarrassing. Only $99. This is 99 American dollars. Imagine getting bullied by a necklace you bought. Amazing. At 128, you can decide the guy there There won't be any further dates. Wow. He's like, no, I'm not gonna come back here. Okay, that's just funny. I love how in the end the girl doesn't realize the girl realizes she doesn't need this $100 Chat GPT wrapper. This is the weirdest product ever. So this product is literally a necklace that you have to have a friend, like a fake like friend tied around your neck. I don't know what the point of this is because again, just go outside and talk to people. Like genuinely, like I know it sounds crazy to like say because it's like if it was that easy, everyone would do it. But a lot of people, when they say they go try to make friends, they haven't tried hard enough. I'm just gonna be real with you. You haven't tried hard enough. You haven't opened up your heart to people. Like genuinely, you haven't opened up your heart to people. And so what ends up happening is that they go buy this thing for $100, and then they get disappointed by it. The worst thing is that it actually would have been a funny thing to get if it didn't feel like the ad had no clue what they were trying to aim for. And also if the product felt a lot better. I don't know why you need to press the button for it to talk to you. I feel like it should always, be on demand at that moment, which I think it might be. But it's also $100, so I don't know how effective this will be to use. And it needs an internet connection, and you need a phone to be able to use it. So actually, your friend lives on your phone, and if you lose your phone, you lose your friend. If you lose or damage your friend, there is no recovery plan. That is a very stark sentence. That is a very stark sentence. How can I contact you? How's my privacy protected? What? No audio or transcripts are stored past your friend's context window. But your friends and their memories are attached to their physical device, so isn't it stored? Friend is only supported on iOS. It's always listening. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of crazy. And pre-orders will start shipping the first quarter of 2025. I don't know how this will work. But I really, really hope that people don't spend money on this because it genuinely seems like a scam. It's one of those things that I always wonder why people make, right? It's technology in search of a need. And I remember a really good article actually that I read recently about this. Excess? Was it excess? Too much? Fuck, what was it called again? Let me find the article, okay? Shipping. What the hell is this? Okay, fine. Take my shipping details. Sure. It's 137 Canadian dollars. Jesus. Let me search this up. Wait. AI. Too much. It's somewhere in my history. I was just reading it. Talk? Was it a talk? Fuck, what was it called? I wish I saved the link now. God damn it. I saved the link in my bookmark, but I don't remember what it was. Fuck. Anyways, it was a really, really good article that this person was writing in order to, I guess, like talk about this AI conference. Basically, they were told to come as a contrarian speaker, and at this conference, there was like a bunch of these products being peddled. The idea was that these products would fill some niche gap in your life. They would be there to help take care of you when the world could not. And that was literally the whole point. So there was like a fake doctor, there was a fake veterinarian. The veterinarian one was like crazy. Basically, the veterinarian one wasn't even like a real veterinarian. Like it wasn't trained on like veterinarian data. So it wasn't even like a real vet. This old woman had a dog who was having diarrhea, right? And dogs have diarrhea for whatever like reason. Like dogs have diarrhea no matter what you do, okay? Your dog will shit their pants no matter what happens. You cannot stop that, right? It is an inevitability that your dog will eventually shit themselves. But do you know what they did? They told the old lady to go euthanize their dog because it was dying. And the old lady was distraught, obviously, because she's gonna lose her only friend in life, and it's also way too expensive. And the CEO of the company was telling the story of how they successfully used the AI bot to convince a lady to euthanize her dog. And I was like, it's missing so much context. Like, how did it know that this dog needed to be euthanized? Because by the way, it's an AI, so it doesn't see anything about the dog. It's just there. The dog just it could have been fine. My dog has diarrhea like constantly. I don't think you guys understand. She can eat nothing and she'll get diarrhea. Dogs just have diarrhea all the time, and she's a year old. She's not dying. And then, on top of that, I want you to recognize this. She's old. She's lonely. That's her only companion in life, and she doesn't have money to like do anything with it. And so this product, and like these AI products, it feels like they're just there. They're designed to fool people. Like they're specifically designed to fool somebody into believing that there's something real there. And it was so maddening to me to read an article, to read what that journalist found, as well as to see this product get viral, dude. Because this thing got really, really viral, and I was just so surprised at how heartless it was as a whole. And again, the CEO of the company was telling this story as if it was a major achievement that they were able to convince an old lady to like put down their like dog. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is you don't need that. If you want me to deal with your dying dog, leave it to me. All right, call me over. I'll deal with your dog for you. I'll get that shit sorted out right away. And whatever you do, don't buy that friend thing. As soon as it starts to ship, it's gonna be really viral. I know $100 is not like a major mind-blowing amount, so you could potentially get the toy, and it's fine. But I want you to recognize you don't need the toy. You have friends right here. Okay, not me, but maybe other chatters. Okay, you can go find real friends by going outside. You just have to try really hard not to be an asshole. If I lose my phone, I lose my friend. That sounds like a really fun 2FA. Imagine. It's like the nuclear launch codes, right? Like, you know how there's like the nuclear launch codes and they're stuck inside someone's body or like something? What if they lose that guy? Like, what if he changes his like name and nobody knows who he is anymore? And we lose track of the person who has a nuclear launch code stuck in his esophagus. What do we do? It's like, dude, we just lost it. Like, we lost the 2FA for the nukes. It's over. We're going to lose the war. So we have to be careful about that. But I do like the idea of it because it would be funny to register my friend. Imagine somebody registered their friend as their attorney of power. I think it's called. So it's like, or like their will executor. So, because it's a specific role where even if you die, somebody takes over control of your life, right? What if I did that, chat? What if I did that? I wouldn't mind doing that, and it would be kind of funny because then the AI could say anything. What if the AI is chained wrong and it says give all the money to Bill Gates? It's like, oh, okay. I guess this is legally binding now. There's nothing stopping it. Someone could potentially hack that. I'm gonna do that. When the friend thing releases, I'm gonna get into it. Let's just put out like a bounty. Let's just say hack it, convince people to write their wills and sign this friend thing as the actual legal entity that is going to handle the will, and then get all the money to funnel towards me. I'm gonna get it all to send the money towards like a bank account that I own. That's a genius move. No, you ain't going outside. You can have friends online, right? Here, look, we can go to what's a dating site? I don't know any dating sites. There's I don't know what's like. Oh, I heard of this one because it keeps showing up on my ads and I don't know why. Bumble Friends. Find new friends with Bumble for life. Here, look. Don't you want these really cool friends? Bad Plant Parent. What? Bad Plant Parent. Don't you want these really cool friends? You can hang out with them. Find your people, right? These are your people with Bumble for friends. It's the same 6 people. Someone to gas me up. What? Someone to rant to. What? Someone to text 24/7. Okay, these are the worst questions I've ever seen in my life. These are terrible questions. Someone to gas you up. So you're just asking for like a servant. Someone to rant to. You're just asking for a punching bag. And someone to text to 24/7. You can't aim for this as a goal. This is a side effect of a goal. This is a side effect of a larger goal of being with someone that you actually enjoy being with. These are the worst questions I've ever seen. This is the worst app I've ever seen in my life. Emotionally reliant on my cat. Then go have fun with the cat. Starts books and literally never finishes. I don't ever want to read a book with you. Eats my comfort food assault 4 times a week, only if you pay for me. The worst questions I've seen in my life so far. You're correct. The worst I've seen in my life so far. Also, bold move to do a phone frame here for the video because eventually, at some point, this phone frame will become outdated, and there'll be a new phone frame somewhere. Powered by Typeform. We can't wait to hear your Bumble story. Oh my god. I can just do this? I'm allowed to just do this. No, don't do this. They're running a company. I'm not gonna do that. How to make new friends. Apps to make friends. How to deal with having no friends. Okay, this is a shitpost. What is the safest way to make friends online? How to make friends in your 20s. What to do when you have no friends? This lonely picture. How to deal with having no friends. There are billions of people on the planet, and yet so many of us feel so lonely. You have no friends and are wondering what to do. We have some insight for you. Whether you've moved to a new city or are looking to expand your friendship group, we created Bumble for Friends to help you forge meaningful friendships. Why do I have no friends? Help. First up, we want to reassure you it's probably not you. How about this? I'm gonna fix this, okay? Let me fix all this. Let me fix all this. You're the problem. It's too late for you. Let me just leave it at that. We just leave it at that. Perfect. Why do I have no friends? Help. You're the problem. It's too late for you. This is how they should have ended the entire blog post. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It is hard to make friends, right? Like the reality of it is, it's hard to make friends. And so a $100, whatchamacallit, like AI machine to help you make a friend, it feels a lot more attainable than anything else. But at the same time, is it any more? Does it feel any better? Probably not. Hold on, this also feels a lot like the Amagami challenge. What the hell is an Amagami challenge? Can someone elaborate on this Amagami SS challenge? Why did they use SS? Why does everyone use the SS acronym? It's cursed. The goal. What? Find a girlfriend by 2021. The Amagami challenge. Choose your poison. Sit in a park of your choice, weeping over your failure. Time spent at the park is left up to your discretion. Or marathon endless eights is the penalty. Both of those sound like torture. Why take the challenge? You might stop and ask yourself a simple question: why? The answer is simple. Take this chance to bring out the inner main character in you. Clean yourself up. Get into shape and sweep a maiden off her feet. Remember all those times you complained about some dense fool seducing all your favorite girls? I'm surprised they even said girls and not females. I'm gonna be real with you. The undertone of this message like says to me that they would have used the word females instead of girls, but this is 2011, so misogyny wasn't in vogue yet. Now is the time you show the world how it's done. Instead, rise above your peers and achieve happiness once not known. It's time to show the world who you are. What is happening? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But look. What do you do? What to do when you have no friends? As posted by Bumble. Okay. Why do I have no friends? Help. You're the problem. It's too late for you. Isn't it crazy that they would write this? This is a real sentence that they wrote. Anyways, totally real sentence, by the way. Totally real sentence that they totally wrote, and they're totally real website. What is this, chat? Why did you show me this? Why did you tell me about this? This is so 2011 though. There's something about 2011, I guess, like mindset, weeb culture, and it's specifically the intersection with the incel community that led to a lot of problematic things. This feels like one of these problematic things out there. This feels like one of the most problematic things out there. But it also is it's not the worst problematic thing, so it feels decent. But also, it still feels kind of like, what is going on here? Because to be the main character, it's like, buddy, you just gotta be you, man. Rise above your peers and achieve happiness not the once known. The challenge is out there for you to help you find that special someone. Don't see this as finding a girl for the sake of having a girlfriend. See it as a reason and an opportunity to find the one. If you live your life like a Disney fantasy, you'll never be happy. The most up-to-date one is 2023. Oh my god. Can you please send me it? If you have a link to it, can you please send me it? Well, I need to know if they switch the vernacular from girls to females. I need to know if my theory is correct. If at any time you break up with your partner, you must find a new one before 2011 to meet the goal. Those with current pre-existing partners do not apply to the challenge. Again, why would you, like, you don't have to. Oh my god, you actually sent it to me. Yashike Moe Amagami challenge. Oh my god. It's a whole website. And there's no. Oh my god, it's a whole website. What? We have to watch this. I need to understand this. I need to understand what this is. What is this? How do you know this? What is this? Huh? That is such a weird start to what this whole concept is. But it totally makes sense now. But at the same time, it's like, do you really want to force something like that? Like, I don't know if it's one. That's the one thing that you don't really want to force, right? Like, imagine living your life trying specifically to get a girlfriend. Uh, all the best relationships I've ever had, including my current one, was just kind of on a hag maxing, the cougar epidemic, young men dating older women. I'm dating an older woman. My wife is older than me. But anyways, all the best relationships that I've had, and my best one, yet obviously, and like obviously my like best one ever, my current one with my wife, was just happenstance. I was just doing my own thing, and it just happened to just work out because I spent the entire time working on myself. I spent that time working on myself, understanding myself, taking care of my flaws, and understanding why they were flaws, understanding like who I was, and not trying to find a girlfriend. Because then I wasn't doing it to find a girlfriend. I was just trying to be a better person. I was sick and tired of like living like a kind of like an asshole to some degree, but not like a real asshole, but just like somebody who like didn't care about the world, right? And now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, like, my mother caught me watching porn. We're gonna save some of these because I'm so curious what these are. This is the type of recommendation that I don't get because this is weep culture. You know this because you were browsing 4chan on or around then. I'm so sorry for you, but also that totally makes sense but I was on a different board on the 4chan, so yeah, it makes sense. The Yamagami Challenge is the annual self-development and self-improvement challenge for otaku. Since its creation on 4chan in the early 2010s, anime fans have thrown caution to the wind year after year to achieve its goal. Find a girlfriend by 2023. Or you feel free to make arrangements with others who failed you. If you break up before Christmas Eve, you can try once again. History of the challenge. It had its beginnings on 4chan. Yashike has unofficially covered the Yamagami Challenge since 2017. Why take the challenge? Why should I risk real life involvement with another human in this harsh, cynical world of ours? Why should I risk uncertainty, rejection, awkwardness, and a whole host of other negatives just to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend? How is this all worth it? The answer is simple. This is a chance to find meaning and happiness with another person. Ooh. No. You're not. That's not really. You don't really want to find happiness and meaning with another person. Like you're not. You don't want to find a token of your obsession, right? The happiness. If it's always extrinsic to some level, the moment that it's not there, they will no longer be there. Like the happiness has to come from within. And the truth is, a lot of us have very, sad situations. Some of us are just sad by default. Like if you're depressed, you're just kind of sad by default. Not sad, but like you're very, very empty inside. In fact, the best image I've ever seen of depression was like people think depression is like this, and it showed SpongeBob all like haggard and weary, and he's got like his socks are torn. He's like he hasn't shaved in like days. But then on the bottom, it was like, but really, depression actually looks like this, and it was like the fish guy who like drives in like SpongeBob, and he was just standing beside his like car, and he just looked like normal. And that's what depression is like. But anyways, this feels like you put too much emphasis on the other person. And so when they leave, does your life end up being over? Because then you would try everything to make sure that they don't leave, but sometimes the best thing to do is to walk away. Just because you're with someone doesn't mean it was meant to be, right? And you know, it's sort of a cliche statement to explain a real world phenomenon, which is that you don't get along with them on some level. And so if it's tied to this extrinsic factor, this like person, and they're no longer there, you know, life is over. Like, no, you still have so much more to live for, but you need to find that. You need to find that. What are you living for? What is the point of all this? What is your stance on life? That's the only way that you can ever find meaning and like, happiness in your life is to find it for yourself. And the meaning may end up being that there is no meaning. My meaning is that there is no meaning to life. I'm simply here to enjoy the tides of life as they come, and hopefully survive the upcoming nuclear war, right? And maybe, you know, join like a VTuber agency. I don't know. This feels like the wrong mindset to approach it to, and it's funny because it's exactly the kind of mindset that I expected a 4chaner to have. Because a 4chaner is going to look at a relationship like this object, like this tool in a toolbox designed to be used in a particular way, and not actually something that takes who you are and simply melds it with another. There is no such thing as like someone's gonna change for you, like they could, but then who are you really dating at that point, right? The thing that's really interesting about a good, healthy, and solid relationship, at least from what I found, is that you're just two people melding together into one. You're intertwining into like a singular being that is a couple, but you're still individually you. You just happen to enjoy each other, but also not only enjoy each other, you happen to understand each other too. Like it takes a lot of effort to get there, but you'll never enjoy and understand someone 100%. So there's a lot of like hurdle to get over some things too. But for some reason, inexplicably, you seem to enjoy this person enough to where you want to go through those tough times in order to get to a level of happiness. Right? That's what I found in my relationship with my wife. She doesn't like some things about me, right? I don't like some things about her, but we've grown to love these things because we recognize that these are little flaws that make up who they are, and so I love her for who she is, and she loves me for who I am. Even though we do get annoyed of each other's cleaning habits. A chance and excuse to clean yourself up, get into shape, meet people, develop your social skills, and find that special someone. This second half, they shouldn't do this. This, I think, is the wrong answer, but I think it's not the website's fault. It's whoever made this in the first place was giving off that undertone. Because even the undertone of this, right? The idea of this, why they're doing this, being the main character, and then having this weird incel line about remember all the times you complain about some dense fool seducing all your favorite girls? It 100% screams the same sentiment of this. It screams the same sentiment behind incels too. The idea that you need somebody, that if people don't understand you, then they're trash. And so it's like all these females, you know what I mean? Like it just feels like it's on the same track. And so I commend this website for understanding the undertones to write exactly what they're trying to say, which is the problematic part, and then giving the PR statement that they also gave in the original challenge. In truth, however, it's about the journey, not the goal. So they expand on it a bit more. I think it's very important to remember that this website is now at the point where the website itself is injecting its own interpretation of the challenge, which is sort of because again, if you've ever been on 4chan, like you understand that this is an interpretation that is not at all on the minds of your average 4chaner. This is not what your average 4chan person is thinking about. Even if you fail, if you get the chance to genuine try, you're guaranteed to go into the next year a better person than you were before. But why do you need to have it as the goal of finding someone? This is the weird part too, right? It's like, why don't you want to be better for yourself too? Like taking that extrinsic goal and making it intrinsic. Because even if it's less problematic, it's still problematic. And that what happens when you don't find someone? Because that's gonna happen, and that's normal. It might take you years of your life to find somebody. I only met my wife in my early 20s. Like we started getting serious in our early 20s. I knew it since I was 3 years old. But before then, man, it was like there were periods of long droughts, and I don't sleep around. I find that bit of like the world kind of weird to sleep around. So it's like I don't really want to because I'm scared of risk and stuff. But it means that you're gonna naturally run into periods of time where you have nothing. You won't even connect with like people necessarily because you're still trying to find people in the first place that you can get along with. But you don't even know yourself until I would want to say until you're like mid 20s. I didn't really know myself until my mid 20s. So it's like tying it, tying becoming a better person to trying to find somebody else still feels problematic, even as a core sentiment, because you should ideally be doing this for yourself. And it's funny that people need this kind of challenge to do this, and they need this extrinsic goal of finding somebody in their life to like bring that change. It reminds me a lot of the sentiment of like, why do you need somebody else to clean up from your mistakes almost, or to clean up from your problems, right? Not to say that it's necessarily wrong for people to help each other, but to say that, hey, like, you also can't put that burden on someone else and expect it to be all hunky dory. The truth is, you need to take care of yourself for yourself. You can't just do it just to find somebody. You need to take care of yourself for yourself and not for somebody else. Because when that person leaves, you're just gonna give up. And when you don't want to find someone anymore, you're just gonna give up on that goal. Like, no, you have to want to love yourself. You have to love yourself. It's not gonna work otherwise. So this is a crazy challenge to me. I thank you for showing this to me. But this almost scares me in a way. But it's so 4chan coded that it absolutely makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like look, how to be socially accepted as an otaku. It's not about being socially accepted as an otaku. The reason why people don't like you is not because you're an otaku. It's because you go on 4chan and you call women females and you talk about how all these cum sluts are walking around, but you don't get to come inside them. Some Chad does. It's like, okay, listen, buddy, like that's not what you like. There's a reason why they don't want to talk to you. Like there's a reason why they don't want to talk to you. It's not because of the anime. I have seen people watch anime and get pussy on a daily basis or get dick on a daily basis. It's about who they are at the core. So I would say this website is fairly problematic in the way that it prescribes a solution to relationships, especially in the ways that it sort of it does it to almost say like it's these factors and it's who you are and it's why and but it's not the factors that matter. It's shit like it's because you like anime. It's like, no, it's not because you like anime that no one wants to talk to you. It's because you're kind of an asshole. Like, you know what I mean? Like it takes effort to learn social skills. You're not the only one though. Everyone needs to learn social skills. It takes effort for everybody to learn social skills. We all need to learn it. Not all of us get the opportunity to, but it doesn't negate the effort that other people have gone through to get there. And they even like hint at this, right? In the original image, it sort of fails to recognize this. All those times you complain about some dense fool seducing all your favorite girls. Listen, buddy, that dense fool has more social skills than you because they spent the time to learn it. Like, that's the saddest part, is that dense fool that you see, despite them being dense, has gone through more effort to better their life to become a more attractive person than you have. But not even more attractive, to become a more sociable person than you have. It takes a lot of effort to become a social person. Like, it's just the fact that, like, it's a skill that you have to learn. It's not because you're it's not because you're an otaku or because, social skills for an otaku are like very different from a non-otaku. If you really like what you like, keep liking what you like. Don't ever settle for somebody who's like gonna demean you because you love something, right? That's just awful. But at the same time, recognize that, like, dude, like, it's not because of what you like, it's because of who you are. Like, that's a very like painful thing to think about, but at the same time, it's very, very true. This is a very scary website. But you know what? It's the kind of scary that you get from any 4chan thing. It is like the ultimate 4chan's ethos put into reality, I think. Also, their copyright isn't up to date, so therefore everything that they wrote after 2021 is copyright free. So you can actually steal this whole website. Right now, you can take a screenshot of this website, copy the source code, and steal it because they expired their own copyright. You have to be very careful about that because copyrights are actually very, very strict. And if you don't update it, it's actually a huge... this is a legal hassle that people always do. This is a huge legal hassle that always happens. And that's why I always tell websites not to do the copyright at the bottom. Or if you do a copyright, do it so it's automatic and you have a script that runs and you test it. Otherwise, it's impossible. Anyways, I can't wait to watch these. Because I don't know what this is. My mother caught me watching porn. There's a cougar epidemic. And Umehara voices Ikemen lines with Takahashi Rie. We're gonna save these for later. But I don't want to watch these now. But thank you for showing me this. My submission for October is complete. Thank you for showing me these. I feel incredibly uncomfortable. I feel it's significantly more uncomfortable, which I think is a great segue into the next segment. Silent Hill. If you don't specify the terms, is the copyright assumed to be all rights reserved by default? Yes, but that's the problem. They specified the terms. They specified the terms with an expiration date. As far as I know, because of that, apparently it's a very legal hassle, because if you specify the terms with like an end date, what ends up happening is that if you're past the end date and you don't update it in the time, you apparently lose some of it. Like, it's like for a very specific period of time in between, you like lose stuff. I don't know how true that is, or like how, rather, I know it's true, but I don't know how far-reaching it is, because copyright extends even more specifically for each and every single thing that you have. It's like the code of your website. It's treated differently from the content of your website, treated differently from the assets on your website, treated differently from the product that you own. So it's like there's a whole bunch of like different avenues that you have to then go down. But in general, it opens you up a bit more than what you normally wouldn't have. And that's why almost always, whenever I've had to maintain a website like this, they've been very anal about you have to get it updated by the first month or something. Because they're like, if it goes any further, it's going to lapse. And I was like, what's going to lapse? And they're like, it's a legal hassle. Just don't mess it up. I'm like, all right, fine. So you're correct. If you specify no terms, it's copyright assumed. But the problem is specifically because they specified the like terms. It's specifically because they gave a date. But it's why I've heard and I've seen even newer websites. I don't even think like Apple does it anymore. I'm pretty sure if I go to Apple, I'm pretty sure they just do like the bottom of the screen. It just says copyright Apple. No, not Canada. The Canadian website is fucking ass. Let's go to the American website. Yeah, see? Well, I guess they specified the current year, but they just do like copyright current year Apple Inc. And then they you'll see it flip over right on the very. Actually, we see this on archive.org. Archive.org. Apple.com. How do you see? Wait, no. The Wayback Machine. Here we go. Apple. But I'm not a lawyer. I just talked to somebody who like had a lawyer, and then they counseled them on that, and I was like, all right, fine. Well, and we both trusted the lawyer because it's their job and it's not my job. You know what I mean? Like, it's the lawyer's job. It's not my job. And if their lawyer says, yeah, you have to do this, then I'll believe their lawyer. I'm not going to go against the lawyer. It's stupid. It's not working. It's not working. Guys. Please contact the website owners to inform them of this problem. I think we just witnessed history fall apart. And I don't want to be here for when that happens, so we're going to move on to Silent Hill. Today is a very spooky day. We're going to move on to Silent Hill. And if we get finished early, I have a special game for you all that is also horror related that belongs to someone else. F. Yeah, that was a huge F. Thankfully, I didn't F. But I think we just witnessed the Wayback Machine die completely. Anyways, I trusted their lawyer, but I don't know if that's true or not, okay? Talk to your own lawyer, figure it out. Maybe their lawyer was like ass, but I don't know enough lawyers to even know about that. Give me a moment to set things up, and we'll get right into Silent Hill 1. Thank you everyone for showing up today. You're free to leave. I'm out. I'm done for tonight. I never want to play another PlayStation 1 game ever again. And I thought we could finish this soon, but it actually took way longer than I expected. So, goodbye, everyone. I'm good down here. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Tuesday again, I'm off, as well as Wednesday, as always. Spend time with my wife. Whatever you do, do not play an old PlayStation 1 game. Just watch somebody else play it, and you'll feel much better. Unfortunately, I subject myself to play it for you. I have no clue who to raid. I'm guessing no one's on, so there's no one to raid. But please do follow Narf. They rated me, so I do appreciate it. I follow a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there who you should follow. And I think it's important to follow them because, you know, giving back to the people who I guess like show me so much love, which is weird to say, but I think it's important too. Also, apparently Silent Hill 2, it's coming in 1 day. It's coming. It's coming in 2 days technically. But the pre-purchase, you can actually play the game now. I don't know why you would. So that's a bit of a weird problem to have. But I kind of want to play the new one when it does come out. And I was planning for it. That's why I wanted to go into Hollow Body instead of doing Silent Hill 2. Because what I want to do, especially for Silent Hill 2, is I kind of want to start on the new one, and then see how the old one plays out afterwards. Like you know what I mean? Like go through the good experience of it, like the remastered experience, and then see what the old experience was like of the game, to then see, okay, well, was it actually worth all the hype? I don't think it works the other way around, because then it'll always be an improvement, right? Because you'll always have that tainted idea of like, oh, this is an older game, therefore it always feels better. I wanted to do it the opposite way, because in a way, if the old game holds up even better compared to the new one, then it's very obvious, right? Because then you're not tainted by the oldness of the game, if that makes sense. But apparently there's a pre-access to it, which I don't pre-order games to play them early. That's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever. But yeah, good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow. And when I come back on, I think Thursday, we'll be playing Silent Hill 2, the remake, because it's gonna drop fully. I'll let you know on Discord what I'm doing tomorrow.